Chosen Ones Ministry channel. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I pray that everyone is doing well. Now, a couple weeks ago, I was praying and talking to God about a lot of the situations that I was facing in my life, and I really felt like in my spirit, God was trying to remind me to remember the race. Now, today's topic is going to be about remembering the race. Before I start, I want to read you guys a quote that is from Lecrae, and it reads, "If you live for other people's acceptance, you will die from their rejection." And that is from Lecrae. This quote means so much to me because I understand that God was trying to remind me that I am your father. I'm the one who created you, and I'm the one whose opinion should honestly matter. A lot of the times the enemy will use your loved ones because obviously someone who you don't really know, someone who doesn't really mean anything to you, isn't really going to affect you as much as someone who may be your dad or your sister or your cousin or your mother, whatever it may be. And I understood that time is ticking and God is about to burst through that sky, regardless of if we want to accept it or not. We need to understand that the enemy is working overtime, but we as believers of Christ, what are we doing? Are we really standing up? Are we doing our jobs as the light of this world, the salt of this world? What are we really doing to say, you know what? Yeah, I love God. You know, yeah, I love God. I believe in God. Okay, but what are you doing? What are you contributing to God's family, to God's ministry, to God's church? We are the church. We are the people. Are you bringing in people? Are you doing what He's calling you to do? Do you know your purpose here on earth? A lot of us has wasted so many years on trying to fit into the box that society is repeatedly trying to put us in. But at the same time, God is saying, I called you to be unique. I called you to stand out. I called you to be the salt of this earth. That's what the Bible says. So what are we really doing? It's a new year. Whatever happened in 2016, leave it in 2016. Now 2017 is here. So are we going to really make it a difference, or is that just going to be the New Year resolution? I understood that God wanted me to know that there is purpose in my pain, there's purpose in your pain, there's purpose in anything that you may be facing, and if you're not facing it yet, understand that there might come a day where it will happen. There will come a day. As soon as you become a threat to the enemy, everything will feel like it's falling apart. And if your life is just daisies and gumdrops, then there's something wrong. There is. And that's simply because of the fact that the enemy is not taking you as a threat. You're not doing your job as a believer of Christ. You're not speaking to someone else about God, about His love, about how He saved you. And if you can't speak about that, it's because you really need to get some personal time. You need that one-on-one time with God and tell me, you know what, God? I want to know what it is that these people at this church or this girl is really talking about. I want to know you for who you really are. We're wasting our time. We're still in situations that we should have been out of years ago. We're in broken friendship, broken relationships that God is trying to make us know, let go. Because the enemy is trying to keep a hold on you. I was really just sitting there and I was getting such an awakening, and I understood, you know, God, I remember being in so many different stages of my life and understanding that I knew I wasn't supposed to be there, but God just, you know, I was being disobedient, and it set me back in so many different ways. And that's what I'm saying. I don't want that for anyone else. God doesn't want that for anyone else. He wants us to be obedient. He doesn't want us to be disobedient. When we stay in these relationships looking for love, when God is love, we're wasting our time. We're wasting our time. How are we going to love someone when we don't even know who we are? We don't even know what we deserve as individuals because we don't know who we are. We don't know who we are. You're still going in and out of this relationship to that relationship to that relationship because you're learning yourself, when all you got to do is face down and say, God, reveal these things to me. you're costing yourself brokenness on top of brokenness on top of brokenness, when all you have to do is give it all to God. We complicate up our lives and then say, God, why me? Excuse me? But he still says, you know what, child, I got your back. But I'm going to need you to learn from something from this. Are you learning something from whatever it is that you're facing right now? The brokenness that may have been in your life 10 years ago, you're still making it hinder you. Why? When God said, let it go and give it to him, he's going to handle it. He's going to take care of it. It's not just about saying, oh, I believe in God. Yeah, I know he real. So what are you doing with that piece of information? 2017, what are you going to do with that information? I really understood that God was just really letting me know, especially when it came to the fact of just a sequence of events. It was one thing after the other, one after one after one after one. And I was just like, you know what? You're right, God. Obviously, this is just the enemy working overtime to knock me off of my game. But that's okay, because he doesn't want perfection, but he wants stability. So when we get knocked down, we get back up. And we get back up. Because God isn't going to use the ones, the enemy isn't going to use the ones that doesn't mean nothing to you to hurt you. It's not going to bother you. But he's going to work overtime. So what God was reminding me was, get back up and work overtime to continue to do what he's trying to hinder you to do. Keep your eyes on me, because God gives you that strength when you search for the strength. He's in a forceful God. I wanted to read you guys a verse, and it is James chapter 1 verse 6. And sorry, let me go to it. It reads, but let him ask in faith, not wavering, for he that wavereth is like a wave in the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. We need to understand that when we ask God for something, believe that it's already done. Understand that the God that you're serving, and a lot of the times we're wavering, we're in and out with our walk with Christ. We're in and out with believing that God is going to come through for us, and we go off and go do things that we were never supposed to do, instead of trusting him, instead of waiting on God. 2017, God is saying, wait on me. Let me take control this year, because obviously the past years has just been a mess. So be patient and trust me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Please give this video a thumbs up, share it, comment below whatever else you guys would like to see. Once again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I pray that you guys are all good. Bye.